Hi, welcome to this brief demo. I'm Lalit Mohan, an Azure specialist. Today I'm going to share with you how easily and quickly the user activity data can be picked from a productivity suite like Office 365 to be processed and analyzed in an application downstream by leveraging Microsoft Graph Data Connector in Azure Data Factory. Let's go over a simple data extraction workflow. First, there is data source. In this situation, represented by emails, contacts, messages, etc. that any knowledge worker generates in the normal conduct of their business. Then there is data factory, which pulls in this data using the provided Microsoft Office 365 Graph Data Connector. This data factory performs data processing activities. These can be complex combination of machine learning services, batch services, Azure functions, HT Insight, Databricks operations, etc. In our simple example, it will be just a copy operation that pushes data from our source into the designated sink. This data will then be pulled from sink by a consuming application, which you can write as required using the language of your choice. In this demonstration, we will first look at the Office 365 source being prepared for this purpose by setting the data access approval authority group. We will then share the setup of copy operations in the data factory pipeline with the various link services to the Office 365 tenant and the Azure Blob respectively. And finally, we will peek into the code of the C# application developed to pull the data from the Azure Blob Sync setup in this demonstration and provide the processed analyzed insights from the data collected. So let's get started with the demo. Before we begin, let's have a look at the various technologies that pull together to make this demo work. So we are going to use Office 365, Graphs API, Azure Data Factory, Azure Blob Storage, and ASP.NET Core C# application to pull all the components of this demonstration together. The organizational tenants used in this demonstration are for demo purpose only, and all the names shown are fictitious. The work starts with the Microsoft 365 Administration Center. In the active groups, ensure that there is a group which exists, that is consent request approvers, and they at least have two or more members who are authorized to approve the request for data access. Once that is done, settings, organization settings under the security and privacy has the access to the privilege screen. This is where the request for approval of data access will come once the Azure Data Factory pipeline sends out the request to access the data. Here are some example of data accesses which have already been made. They have been approved, some got expired, and this is an example which has been approved. The approvers can also decide to revoke the access if they think it's necessary. Let's take a look at the data factory now. This is the home screen of the data factory, which is showing the various operation stages that can be done to process the data, ingest and process, and then package and send it out. Currently, I have some resources already defined in this demo. Let's move to the author section. We can see a pipeline and two data sets in forms of the table from the productivity suite Office 365 and a blob file in format of JSON. There are various activities that are possible. So typical activities will be copy, move, data flows. There could be other activities available, which is like under Databricks, data analytics, general operations, HT Insight, etc., etc. Towards the right is the design surface area and below is the properties window. So we could actually pull anything we like. For example, I may want to work with some of the notebooks. I also want to take a look at some conditional operations, and I can drag and drop, connect the various blocks together to form a pipeline, which is slightly more complicated. For the moment, let's just delete this. So I'm going to select, I'm going to delete this. I have one activity, copy data. Let's close the activity panel so we get more surface area to look at. And this one has got many properties. General, which is the name, followed by source. In the source, you can see Office 365 tables. You can see down below that I've already read the schema. We can look at more details of what this particular source through this link service has to offer. So I'm reading the message data set, but there is calendar, contacts, events, and other kind of information that can be pulled in as well. Sync. Let's look at the sync. It is basically a JSON file, and when we open, we can see it is an Azure Blob Storage. You can test the connection. You can specify the file path within the link service blob container so as to complete this small pipeline in this demonstration. You can also look at the manage panel, which basically shows what are the link services currently being defined. This is service connecting to Office. This connects to Azure Blob. What are the integrated run environments? So I'm running an integrated run environment. This is basically a compute environment that allows the activities to be executed. You could also connect to a source control system like GitHub, or bring in an ARM template to actually create the environment of the pipelines in your data factory. Once you have the pipeline ready, you can actually launch them from here and monitor and cost them. So for example, this pipeline I've already run, and it shows about 1 plus DIU hour worth, which probably will become around 30 to 35 cents cost. Going back to the author screen and the pipeline, you can see on the top, once you complete the pipeline work, you will validate it just to highlight any errors, resolve them. Finally, you can add a trigger. Now that trigger could be manually immediate trigger now, or you could set up a scheduled trigger based on condition. Here you can see the pipeline is running now. And when I want to go and look at the detail of the pipeline, I will be seeing the activity run here. And this small icon, when I click on it, it will actually give me the status of Office 365 data being copied in progress to the Azure Blob Storage. Once that is done, it will report how much is the data written, and I will have a completed stated summary out here. With that, let's move to the next stage of this demonstration and have a look at the C# application that will pull the data from the sink, that is the Azure Blob Storage. A look at the C# code in the Visual Studio Enterprise 2019. Now, on the right is the Solution Explorer that shows various components of this project, Office 365 Demo 1. Program.cs file sets up the initial environment for program execution, including the Azure Key Vault environment that stores the secrets, keys, storage string, so that these secrets are not embedded in the startup.cs provides a method that functions as a service for connecting to the storage blob. The key class email metric is buried in the models folder. This class has two field properties, the sender and the total number of recipients that sender exchange email with. This is the inside that we are looking to provide in this sample web app. Rest of the application code is in the pages folder in the email metrics.cs HTML file. The C# part of the logic is neatly tucked into the .cs HTML.cs file of the same name. This file houses the email metric model class. It has all the logic to populate the public list type structure property with the email metric field for displaying in the web app. The default onGet method calls the process blob files method, which creates the list object where each line item of type email metric class will be appended. It also creates the storage string to the storage account container. For each blob this method finds, it will call another method by the name process blob emails. Each blob has lines inside it, one for each email. This second method cycles through those lines to create the summarized entry into the list object passed to it. Upon completion, the app displays this result. This application is then published to the Azure Web Services plan. Here you see it has been published, and this is the public link that is provided to run the app. Let's do that. So once we push the email metric button, it shows the insight that we had planned or coded this web app to provide from the data that was pulled from Office 365 tenant using the Azure Data Factory. Thank you for your time and attention. I would like to invite you to try the services demonstrated today to gain an analytic insight into the working of your organization. Good luck.